Alright, family and friends, we are going to try out this new phone tripod. So good. This quadrant of the property has got two straight line ATV trails, hiking trails with a U-turn at each end. So we'll do those first. This is the first U-turn. That trail to the right is the trail that goes to the campsite number 1 that we've seen in other videos. The quadrant that we're on currently is the northwest quadrant. So it borders the National Forest on the north side. And then this quadrant borders the stream on the south. Going down our driveway, other straight line ATV trail, which we are now heading east away from West Virginia. We've got the spring fed stream on my right, the border to the National Forest on my left. In this little portion, there's three deer stands, all just inside the property line on the north boundary. And I've got the U-turn a little short of the boundary line down there because it's quite rocky, very bumpy ride, so we'll skip that part, do this U-turn. We are now heading west, back towards the road, and those two straight line paths are about a quarter-mile long together. The stream, and tip this back a little bit. I'm going to head across the stream to the south side of the property, which borders my neighbor to the south, National Forest to the west, and National Forest to the east. Side of the property is a little wider, so I was able to get a full loop, and I've got a western loop and an eastern loop. The western loop first. the trail, one of my favorite spots. It's got a really nice view of the stream, and which I've taken in other videos. And then up here is going to be another campsite overlooking the stream right here and going west. Is a pretty secluded corner. There's going to be a campsite here, the northwest corner campsite. Not very original, but we'll figure something out later. And kind of down up over this hill, so you got a lot of privacy, surrounded by the national forest. It's got a really neat rock structure. Might be able to catch in the screen here. So right straight ahead is a really neat rock structure that's just into the national forest. We're going to go past my property corner marker right there. And right here to my left is going to be another campsite. Let's see if I can get into this hill. All right. Here's the fun stuff. Alright, so now we are on a trail that goes across the top of the property, which is the western border to the national forest. If we were to keep going up this hill, you would eventually get to West Virginia. But I'm going to be heading south along the western edge of the property. Just past the spot where I posted my first video, which was removing that tree from the path with that 2x6 from that dilapidated tree stand. This section up here has got a lot of evergreen, a lot of pine, a little bit of a different look from the eastern side. Still heading south on the western border, but the highest point of my property, I think the elevation is about 1780 feet above sea level, and down below it's about 1580, so it's about a 200-foot drop in elevation from the top to the bottom. And up here to this corner, it's going to be another campsite here. It's going to be the the southwest corner campsite. And probably catch a glimpse of the corner marker just past border of the property. There's a really neat stone wall that is on this side. You can't see it covered in snow, but probably captured in some other videos. If not, I'll make another video of it later. Neat stone wall, I think built in the early 1900s, maybe even late 1800s. Pretty old. Lots of deer tracks. Up top there is where we saw some coyote tracks. Down below where we're about to go, there's a bunch of fox tracks. So there must be a little fox family down that way. So we're still on the western side of the road. I guess the western half of the loop trail. Now crossing the road over to the eastern side of the loop trail. Deer stand on the right, double decker. I don't know if that made it into the frame. So this was the last part of the trail that I cleared. Got some help from some friends here locally and a couple of my buddies. Came in from town. There's a couple parts that I still need to clear a little bit better. Intermittent stream on my right and the full-time stream on my left that I talked about in one of my first videos. We're now making the bottom loop of this bottom of the eastern trail. This is where we're at about 1580 feet above sea level. So again, about a 200-foot drop in elevation from the top to the bottom. Part of the trails not quite as clear as it should be. channel. Hope you guys enjoyed that.